G'day everyone. Okay, back in the van. If you haven't watched previous videos, I had a lot of trouble fitting these doors, both doors. Even though I used the door that was on the van before, I chopped the top off the Statesman one for the trim pins. But what I discovered is that that door never fitted properly anyway. It's always had silly gaps and the line didn't match, the crease didn't match, and the whole time I've had it, it's never fitted properly. But I've just discovered that was originally a Statesman door anyway. This one here is one that I bought. I bought a pair of them, but yeah, one of them was absolutely stuffed, the passenger door. And yeah, as rough as the other passenger door is, it was in better shape than the Statesman one I bought. I bought them, for the stainless trim or chrome trim and the electric windows. So that's why I always wanted to have all of that on the van. As I showed in the previous video, there was the gap in the store was just unacceptable. It started at nothing. It was actually too close here, and up here, had nearly a half-inch gap. And I thought it was the door. I thought I'd mucked up in, because I'd cut the top of it off the window frame and put it back on. And I thought I'd stuffed it up in some way, but, I cut it exactly both sides, and I had to drop it a little bit. I'll explain it in a minute. But then I noticed that the inside frame of the door, the inner inside window area of the door, lined up perfectly with this seam here. This seam is where your pinch weld goes. And so I knew that the problem was with the van itself, and it was probably a fault right from factory. They didn't do it right from the factory. This was never a Statesman show car. This was a Belmont, a commercial vehicle, and it would have been put together as quickly, cheaply as possible. It would have come out with a 3 on the tree, column shift, 6-cylinder, stock standard everything. But anyway, so I cut this, opened it. It's a double panel. I had to actually cut it here, move the inner, and then put this piece back on, and then fill the gap, which was huge, and I filled that with a bit of fence and wire. But I've just cleaned it up, and we got a series of holes. We've actually got a line along here where it hasn't penetrated, another one down there, so I'm going to have to tidy that up considerable. And it's probably still a bit high in places, but I'll wait till I get the door. I'll plug with the holes, but I won't grind it off till I've got the door bolted back on. I'll make it match the door. Anyway, what I was getting to, all Utes, panel vans and one-tonners, they're all HQ. This is a WB van, but the design is still HQ. The sedans all got updated. They all got the body shapes changed in various ways. One thing, I have been told, I hadn't noticed because I've never tried to put another bonnet, is that only a HQ bonnet will match this front cowl. But apparently the doors don't fit either. The panel van doors were rounded at the top, and see, I've squared that up now, because it has to be square, because this door's got chrome trim. I can't just grind the corner off it. So it was only a little plate anyway. It was just a matter of grinding it off with a square underneath, so there wasn't any dramas with that. But the thing, well, all of these models HQ to WB, they've got this one crease bend, goes from the headlight to the tail light. That is the most important feature when you're putting doors on. That crease has to line up, and it has to be a straight line. Like when you can't have your door down or up at the front, like you match it at the back, and it still has to be a straight line. And you don't worry about your guards or anything until you've got your door right. Yeah, you get your door right, or doors. Then you put the guard on, you line your bonnet up, and then you adjust the guards to match the bonnet and to match the door. Yeah, because like all them things have a whole lot of movement, a whole lot of adjustment to go in the guards and the front panel and everything else. But yeah, that's where you start. You start with your doors. And as I said, this crate line is absolutely vital. It has to line up or it'll look bad. And so everything else is secondary to it. And what I found with the Statesman doors is that they'd sit too low, and I had to raise the entire door, probably close to 10 mil to make these creases line up, which left with no gap at the top. It was almost touching at the top. There was no gap whatsoever at the top, which is why I cut the window frames off, lowered them a little bit, and I've got a huge gap at the bottom. So I'm now addressing the gap at the bottom, and I've got this bit of fencing wire. You can see I've tacked it all the way along, and I've also got, because the Statesman's have got this protector strip, which I don't want anyway, so I'm filling them in as well. But I've been welding for a long time, more years than I can even think of. But I'd always had a problem with buckling, and I've only recently learnt, and it's through watching professional welders and other bodybuilders, how to not buckle things, and you just don't let it get hot. So I've gone along, I've tacked all this on. I'll wait until it's completely cooled. I've got to be completely cooled now. It's been 15-20 minutes now since I put this on. But even up here, I made a video a while back, probably 6 months or more, on how to plug weld holes. You just tack a little bit on, and then you go over the top of that. But if I was to keep going and fully weld that hole, it'd be too hot, and I'd end up buckling it. And like, this is a really dangerous place to buckle it. There's already a dent there. I don't know if I should have knocked that out first, or I thought about it, but I thought, even doing it slowly, you'll probably get a tiny bit of shrinkage, or it'll drop a little bit. So I figured, I'll knock that out after I weld it up. The same up here, there's too much gap in the center here. The rest of it was all pretty good. So I'm putting another bit here. That'll end up being too wide. I'll have to, the gap in there wasn't that bad, but I want it to look perfect. So but that'll have to be ground off. I may have to actually extend it down with a little more weld, but I'll wait until we get on the car to do that. But the point I'm making here too is, don't tack that on and then immediately go to the hole. It'll get too hot. Wait till that's cool and then do your hole. Anyway, it's just a short video, just basically letting you know that I am going on with the van, and I've had to move it over because I had to get other vehicles in here and fix things on them. And but I'll leave it where it is now, and it's sort of good because I'll concentrate on this whole side now. I'll get it finished, and I'll finish ready for primer anyway, and then I'll pull it out and start on the other side. Alright, that's it, just a quick one. So, thanks for watching. Bye.